Hey everybody, I'm Andrew Staton, and I play Yusuf on Demon Days, an actual play podcast with a focus on fiends and the friends who play them. We've got a great episode lined up for you, but first we want to give a shout out to our amazing sponsor, ArcKnight. Their detailed, high-quality props, maps, and minis are a delight and bring the table to life. We also want to thank Gordon McAlpin for the artwork for our show. Being infernal has never looked so good. Like what we do? Give us a review on your podcast app of choice, and then hop over to our socials to say hi. That's These Demon Days with a Z on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And now, on with the show.
Friends, fiends, do you know what time it is? What? No! Wait! That's actually a thing? And the Kenku likes it? Huh. Well, what I was going to say is that it's time for our story. When we last spoke, our heroes mostly reconciled their differences and began preparations to travel to the Tower of All. So gather round with that sweet ale, and let's get started with these Demon Days!
The overcast, chilly morning in Edgewater gives way to a warmer, clear-skied afternoon. Townsfolk emerge from their homes and places of work and walk the city streets, rejuvenated by the sudden change in weather. Each of you, in turn, find some comfort in this shift, and once or twice you manage to distract yourself from your encounter at the rest the night before, more or less. Specifically, Yusuf, as you head out with Leysa to go shopping, the light, salty air coupled with the clear skies and warmer weather puts you a little bit more at ease. While it doesn't assuage your frustrations, it provides a calming force. Leysa, while you replay that horrible night over and over in your mind, you find yourself distracted by the positive energy coming from these citizens who are emerging and doing normal city life. They all look content, relieved, or maybe just it's blissful ignorance. Whatever it is, there's a positive vibe that you're really picking up on, and it feels kind of nice. As you guys head off to do your shopping, two figures stay behind, Fetter and Taslinn. Still troubled from the evening before, still working over dark thoughts in their mind. Even the positive energy that the city is bringing doesn't quite put all the events behind you. And you guys find yourselves in a moment of silence, distanced from the other party members as they head towards their shopping trip.
So I talked to Leysa. I feel like if you're willing, we can at least stay together for a minute. We obviously have lots to talk about, and I'm sure you're anxious to get some stability, which probably equates itself to solitude in your point. But would you stay?
I honestly don't know, Fetter. I don't know what to do here.
I know, it was weird. And I know Yusuf knows, like he knows. I don't know how much he knows. But growing up anywhere near Mephistopheles, he has to understand some part of this. Leysa, I'm not sure she does. I have to respect her order. We obviously have things we need to learn about each other, but I don't know. I appreciated how quickly I could look towards you and realize that we were on the same page. And
I did too. My main thing is I don't know if I can get past Yusuf. Like what he did to you, what he's just the emotions that are still getting thrown around.
Look, I'm all right. I'm still here. I know what I did because I knew he would do that. And I don't know.
He didn't need to do that, though. We could have just talked. We could have all just talked and avoided it all. And then you wouldn't have gotten hurt. And Leysa wouldn't have almost died. And then it wouldn't have been probably all of my fault.
It's not your fault at all.
Isn't everything always my fault, though?
No, it's not, though. There's things we don't understand and complexities here, and at some point, Yusuf acting in a proactive manner will probably save our lives. Hopefully at some point, you and I will be able to reason our way through, I don't know, starting a gang war in hell. But I think that until we figure this out, maybe we're better together.
I need to be ready to walk. I'll stay, but I need to be ready to leave.
And then Fetter reaches out, tries to like grab just by the shoulders and squares her up and looks right at her and says, you know, you look me in the eyes, one firm nod, and we're gone. And that's it.
You'd come with me?
Of course.
Okay.
Okay. Shall we?
Let me go put my stuff back in the room. I'll be right out.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in the room and put my stuff away.
Cool. You do that. You join each other and you head out. You gonna follow these two?
Casual stroll.
Casual stroll?
Behind. I have a feeling I know where they're going, so.
Cool. And they haven't made too much progress. They're walking slow as well. Fetter and Taslinn, as you guys head in the same direction. Fetter, something about the extra salty sea air today gives you flashes of your time at sea and at various ports.
Fetter is lightly humming
Yeah.
to himself.
Humming a gentle sea shanty, perhaps.
A gentle sea shanty.
Gentle sea shanty.
Tass isn't like holding his hand, but she's walking really, really close, like arms brushing.
Really close?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, jacket back, hands in the pockets, and yeah.
I thought we packed up our stuff to take with us because we were going to the boat after this, or are we coming back to the inn? Because Yusuf has all his shit.
No,
I
we
thought
were doing more shopping. We had
Yeah.
to get like survival gear and stuff, and we have to talk to them.
So you're just the awkward dude carrying all your stuff.
That should be.
I thought I was
That
only
should be
one that
what
got
you
all my
guys are.
stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
that'll be your conversation.
Yeah.
Got it.
Are you? You're not planning on leaving too, right? Why do you have all your stuff? I can't deal with all of you trying to turn tail and run right now.
I'm not running. I packed up my stuff because we're going to the boat after this, I thought.
No, we haven't even talked to Scoil. She's pretty tired. She was there with us last night. She saw some shit. We have to talk to her before we take her to some mysterious tower in the middle of a magic swamp.
I mean, technically, she's taking us there.
Okay, but
I'm just saying, I thought we were leaving after this.
pedant. No, we have to get some supplies. We can't just like leave in the middle of the afternoon. That cuts in on our travel time, and then we're gonna have to like camp in the middle of this magical swamp. You're not thinking.
We're going to have to do
You
that
need to
anyway.
Sure, but I'd rather have as much like daytime travel to get as close to this tower as we can.
Okay.
You people.
Looks down at his bag.
do
All
you
right.
need to go back and drop your stuff off?
No, I'm fine. It's a shopping bag. We'll put stuff in it.
You
So-
guys hear a town crier off in the distance. Most of it you remember, it's the same as before, but the difference today you hear, the mystery surrounding the deaths of the human males at the rest of Eldath has been solved, and the Empress's justice has been served. As a result, the Night Watch has been restored to its original numbers, and the volunteers have been compensated.
Who got compensated?
Fetter
Yusuf?
or no?
Yusuf, who got compensated?
Fetter handed out all the money.
I
Wait,
handed
we
out
were in
money.
the
Yeah, I
hallway.
gave you guys. I did. We got 50 gold, and I split it up between all of us.
So Sam,
Did I spend all my money then on those potions for you
yeah,
fuckers?
yeah, and I know because I spent most of
God,
mine
why
too.
am I so poor?
We're both poor. Fetter needs to like ask for his allowance when he gets a moment.
Must be nice to have parents to get an allowance from.
Ooh,
That's an orphan joke.
deep cut.
God. Have you guys joined each other? Have you guys met?
No.
Because what a conversation to start.
Sorry.
if I remember right, like Fetter paid for your potions, gave you 50 gold, and then I walked up and gave you 50
I
gold.
paid for
so
a
you're
chunk.
sitting on 100 gold right now.
No, he didn't give me any gold.
I
the
did.
potions
He
cost a lot. No, you gave me gold to pay for
I
the
gave
potions.
you gold to pay for the potions.
Yeah,
yes.
but those potions were expensive.
It's fucking expensive.
They were like a lot of money. One was like a lot, and then the other two were like less a lot, but still a lot.
So Sam forgot to
I had-
write down all the gold that we gave her last.
I had 3 gold left after we spent it on
There
all
are
the potions.
tools. There are tools.
And now
No.
you have 53 because I handed you 50.
I just don't even remember. I'll have to listen to the episode, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, that happened.
Oh my god.
Sorry, this is where I'm at. I didn't get it. It was a very stressful night for Lisa.
So it takes you a minute, but you remember that you were compensated. as you guys are walking.
It wasn't nearly enough. I spent all of it on those potions, and I had to ask for money for Fetter, so you're going to have to buy all the survival gear, Yusuf.
Wait, how much did you spend?
So I wrote it down. I have receipts, Yusuf.
Receipts are good.
The 2 regular healing potions were 30 gold each, and the 1 greater healing potion was 60. So that cost me 120 gold.
You had 120 gold?
No, Fetter had to help me. He snuck up on me and gave me some gold.
Fetter helped you?
Yes. We have to do this together or shit's not going to work.
I know. It's just, it was nice of him to do that.
I know. He's pretty nice. Like, I know he, like, hit you with his sword, but that was, like...
No, I hit him with my sword.
Whatever. It was a long night.
I know.
Look, you don't even know what I saw in that mouth.
In what mouth?
When she kissed me, it was really scary.
Oh, no, I do. I know exactly what you saw. Because this happened to me 3 times. My training brought me to death 5 times. That's why I have no interest in going back to it.
I mean, we also brought you to death once and you stuck around.
Well, yeah, because if I die here, I end up going back there.
That's how that works?
You were born on this plane. I wasn't.
What happens if I die?
At least as far as I understand it, if I die, I go back to the hells. I don't want to do that.
That's crazy.
Unless Eldath has some other means of taking my soul or taking me someplace else, but I have no interest in doing that. So, it was part of our training. It was so we could find our way back on our own to consciousness.
Gotcha.
But, that being said, we had to fight some small demons in our training, and honestly, that's the only thing that allowed me to make my way here. We're getting off topic here. The point is that I have no problem with Fetter. I have no problem with Taslinn. It's the fact that...
I don't think I'm the one that needs to hear this. I think you need to talk to them. I think they're pretty upset, pretty hurt, physically and emotionally.
I am too.
Exactly. That's why you need to talk to them about it.
Well...
we're cool. You wouldn't have liked me if I'd had a chance to kill Tomas last night, but I was pretty weak, and the little fucker knocked me out.
Again, I mean, if Tomas raised a hand to you, you would have been more than in your right to defend yourself.
I was not defending myself. I was going there to kill him.
Why?
So she couldn't fulfill her contract. Keep the natural order. It's not right. You can't just, send people willy-nilly to hell when they die.
Right, but killing her would have done that as well. That's what I was trying to do.
I couldn't kill her, though. She had knocked me out. I tried. And then when that didn't work, I went for my backup plan. That's what I'm saying. I'm no better than them, but you're, cool with me, right?
I'm fine with you.
Yeah, so you can be fine with them, too. But you have to talk to them about this.
Fair.
And you have to pay for all the camping supplies.
Oh, right. Here's 60 gold.
Why does everyone keep giving me gold?
Well, you spent 120.
Can I just say that he was super touched that Fetter gave her money and I gave her money right in front of him and he didn't say a damn thing.
You were doing... You're not there. Shut up.
I have to give Taz her money back, though, because I think she's trying to leave because she just gave me all her gold.
So...
By this time, do they catch up?
Yeah, they've caught up to you. You guys have walked slow. You sense them behind you.
I hand the bag of 60 gold.
Oh, fantastic. I'll take it.
No.
Just kidding.
I just smack his hand.
Okay, fine. Business.
Thank you.
Probably the easiest thing to discuss at the moment. How do we get to the big giant tower? Are we trying to traverse over the swamp? Are we trying to hire a boat?
Well, I thought we had
a boat.
Yeah, I thought Squirrel had a boat. That was why I looked down at my bag of
Squirrel
shit.
knows a guy that has a boat.
That's great, because honestly, this pen is only going to do so much. You know what I mean?
Did she say how much her rates were? I don't remember.
I think it was... Correct me if I'm wrong, Jonathan, but I believe it was 100.
Okay.
With a discount of turn it to 95 or something, or 75, I think.
If we don't have it, I could put a request in from the home office for some support. Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
We should find her and check on her, though.
I lean over to Fetter. I have it too.
Okay.
You guys find yourself.
Apparently we have it covered.
And I've got healing potions.
We've got healing potions?
Yeah, I'm going to share.
Yeah.
As you guys do your walk and talk, you do find yourself in front of the Misty Step, a sizable 2-story building with an elaborately designed facade that evokes clouds and storms. It grabs your attention pretty quickly, and you see a steady stream of patrons coming and going. The signpost above the door features a cartoonish boot over a swirled cloud and the text that reads the Misty Step.
Huh.
On either side of the establishment are a few benches, and one of them you notice a few Aasimar soldiers at ease, weapons propped against their bodies close enough to reach, but not in hand. They briefly eye you all and then resume their unfortunately brief break. On another bench, you see what looks to be someone sleeping, facing outward in your direction. It's a tall, black-haired, half-elf male, rough, angular face, and pointed ears that are curved backward in a strange way. Tattoo at the base of the neck of black rose petals in a radial pattern, and they're just snoozing away on their bench, but you do not recognize them.
I want to, anything in the signage or the newel posts, anything, any signs of thieves' cant around the establishment?
Yeah, if you do a little bit of a walkabout just out of visual range of the Aasimar soldiers, you do happen to see a similarly notched rose petal design.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, the storefront on the outside looks calm. People coming and going, and no one's giving you any mind.
I think our friend sleeping there is a fence, if that interests anyone.
What's a fence?
My Kiki.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
I know. Might be willing to buy or sell more illicit wares than we find inside.
Oh,
yes.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, that's what I'm guessing. Tattoo. I mean, you're trying to do this, yeah? You're trying to...
Yeah, no, I see what you're talking about now.
I mean, I know it doesn't mean much to you, but look at that right over there. And I'll point to the newel post, like, very subtly. That tattoo. This is turf. Maybe. Probably.
Okay.
Right, so what are we getting?
You guys heading inside?
Yeah.
Cool. You see aisles upon aisles of product, all organized neatly by type and given enough space to keep the place from feeling too cramped. At the far end of the room, you see a spiral staircase heading to the second floor. And near the entry of this place, you see 2 Aasimar chilling, dressed fairly nicely. One's a tall, muscular female Aasimar, deep brown skin with pink hair loosely pulled back and pinned to keep out of her spectacled eyes. Has a very adventurer librarian look about her. And you see the male, who also has deep brown skin with thick, wavy, jet black hair and a dashing smile in response to the lady as she's talking to him that's almost distracting in its beauty. They don't seem to give you much mind as you enter, and they're just chatting away. They look to be the proprietors of the place, judging by their stance and...
Looking on the walls, like, swamp isn't a great place to camp. Do they have cots or anything like that?
Yeah, you see those further back on this first floor.
Okay.
Toward the back, near the stairs, you see a lot more swamp-worthy camping materials. So they seem to have stuff for a lot of types. Since as soon as you go a little bit further north, you get into some snow and more rain. Mm-hmm. And then they've got stuff for further south to handle the Shadowlands. This is pretty much the all-purpose place of Edgewater. It's the biggest mercantile. So you've hit the popular spot that has the most goods.
What are we looking like as far as tents, sleeping stuff?
That we had something on the way from Tilda's, yeah?
One of us did.
I think we have a large tent
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, you have the one large tent, which you all didn't use. And given the weather's going to be a little bit more dire, you'll probably need more covers, blankets, things to protect against the implements of the swamp and marshland. What you had worked for what it was, but still, Taslinn was in the tree, and you guys weren't exactly in the tent all at once. So
Right.
it was a little on the uncomfortable side for you guys during that camping trip.
How many does the tent that we have, the large tent, how many does that hold? Is that 3 or 4?
Probably 3 on the thinner side.
Okay. So, looking for a tent, some cots so that we're up off the ground, not in it. It's going to walk up to the two Aasimar.
Sure. They both, in sync, turn and look at you and smile. The woman speaks. Hey, welcome to the Misty Step. My name is Nadia, and I'm one of the proprietors here with my husband, Papo. How can we help you?
There's a lot of pose.
Well, it's Papo. But yes, the Po ratio of Edgewater is a little on the high side.
We are looking to venture into the Shattered Lands.
Oh my goodness, yes.
What kind of things would you recommend for that?
Well, we do have a few more reinforced tents towards the back, near the stairs. Everything up on the second floor is more geared for traveling to the north, and everything down here is a little bit more toward the south for the swamplands and the marshes and all that. I'm assuming you guys have your mode of travel and guide all squared away?
Yes. We have a guide. We have a boat to take us in, I believe.
Yeah. So if anything, there's also some stuff here that would cover your boat travel, like rations and stuff like that. We would definitely recommend, between the two of us, that you stock up a little bit more than you might normally for rations. I don't know if your guide has told you or not, but a lot of travel in the Shattered Lands ends up taking more circuitous routes because the way the ground changes and shifts, and how there's oftentimes you're just going to be walking in a lot of water. And so you're not really, like, your guide's going to be doing a lot of work, but it's going to take a little while to get there. So definitely stock up on more rations, preferably stuff that you can get with ease that wouldn't be damaged with water. We have a bunch of that. Just if you scan the aisles, you'll be able to see it pretty easily. We have everything pretty much marked and organized as best we could based off of that.
Do you have any waterproof bags or containers of any kind?
Yes, we place those more toward the front over here. So if you go over to and she gives you the directions and points to a general area of the store, there will be a lot more of those that are geared more for submersion in water. And we have some stuff for being stuck in the snow and using it as a form of way to cool your food or keep things preserved. Those are more upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the hunting situation in the Shattered Lands? Or fishing? Or is everything too, cursed?
The closer you get to the tower, the more you're going to be relying on your rations. The stuff in your beginning trip, you're probably going to take a ferry a little ways to the low marshes, and during that time you'll be able to fish. There's some good game there that you can hunt if you have a harpoon and things like that. But once you start getting to the low marshes, everything is a lot less edible, a little bit more poisonous, and that's where we recommend getting more than you might expect for your rations to cover that last leg, and especially to account for if you plan on coming back. Time and time again, we've seen that people, they think they're prepared, but they don't quite get what they need, and then they get there and find that they still have to make their way back. And the guides that we have who ferry people out are good and worth their money, but again, they can only do so much.
So, while the spiel's going on, gonna pull the journal out and just almost like I'm making a shopping list.
Sure.
But what I'm actually writing is essentially in Edgewater, long story, probably headed to the Tower of All. Think it might be related to our situation. Could use some traveling funds if possible. Do you have contact in the city? Also, would love to get rid of these pants and necklace. And that's it.
Okay. The ink burns in on it and fades as the message is delivered.
I'm walking through the aisles looking for blankets.
Yep. You see all different kinds with various degrees of reinforcing or fur on there.
Okay. I'm going to find probably one that's about my body length, maybe a little bit longer.
Okay.
Pull that has the best reinforcement, kind of waterproofing kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Whether it's hide backed or oil treated or something. Pull that off, and then I'll walk upstairs and take a look at the fur blankets.
Sure. All different kinds and sizes, and they're all neatly organized in a descending order. So they've got the bigger ones marked with dimensions, and then they just keep going down. And the script on each of these little organizations is really nice, and everything's very well put together, well organized, and very professional and pleasant. But yeah, all different kinds. Fur on both sides, fur on one side with a protective top, anything that you might possibly conceive of wanting to use for your northern travel.
Same thing, body size, maybe a little bit longer. Fur on one side, protective on the other.
Okay.
Fetter's like, I don't know. He is fairly convinced that he's got like some matches and some daggers and a flask, and he's at his pocket watch, so he thinks he's pretty much going to be fine.
Oh no! Actually, Taz kind of looks over at Fetter.
Beverly Hills.
He's a total city boy. Like he is just convinced that we'll take the boat, and then the boat will get us the thing.
Fetter, Palpo, he has been staring at you while everyone's doing their shopping and looking around, and he eyes you for a while, and he gets the vibe, that same vibe that you just said, that you're more of a city boy.
Yeah.
And he gently walks up to you and doesn't really touch you so much as place a gentle hand near the vicinity in a respectful gesture, like he would be putting a hand on your shoulder, but he's not touching you. And he smiles. No problem. I would like to maybe recommend just getting something to perhaps protect that suit of yours. I do find the material very fetching.
What are you suggesting? Like a duster?
Well,
Tell me, Papo.
as you get closer to the tower, there's going to be a lot more thicker swamp and
Yusuf
marsh.
walks by, maybe an oilskin, and keeps walking.
Yes, your friend has the right of it. I would also recommend some protective boots and overwear that might protect that where you have. You are going to be in damn near waist high water at certain points.
Right, but I'm not wearing like waders, man. It's got to look cute. Like, tell me, what do you got?
While this is happening, Tash just kind of looks over at Fetter, looks down at the blankets that she has in her hands, puts them back, and then goes over and grabs a bigger one that can like handle 2 people.
So just one blanket that's big enough for 2 people?
Yes.
Okay.
From the fur, and then goes down and does the same thing with the more swamp. Okay.
I mean, so like, do you tailor the oilskin? Like, how does this work?
You see the smile widens on Papo as he's like, "Oh, you poor city child." Well, no. I think the primary function of this is supposed to be more for protection for the suit versus aesthetic.
Yusuf
Fetter,
turns
here.
around and walks back.
I am not wearing a fucking poncho, Papo.
I said,
After I exchange the blanket downstairs, I just walk over to Fetter and I'm like, "Here, hold this," and I just shove it in his hand.
Right. Okay.
do you possibly, sir, have anything that would be along the lines of a dapper adventuring outfit built for the elements?
Let me take a look and see what I can come up with. I will be with you shortly.
I'm not being unreasonable here. Like,
And he steps away.
It could be like a very.
But I know that you spent money, probably a lot, on that fine suit of clothes.
Yeah, I've got
I look around at all of you. I'm like, I think you all did, and I don't think you want it to get ruined because, as you said, and he points at the pen. He's like, that only can do so much.
Watch this.
We didn't. He bought them for us.
Like, ta-da. Like, and we got and come on, dry cleaning wherever we are.
No, I get it. The problem is we're not going to be dry at all while we're doing this. And so if you get it cleaned, it's just going to get wet again. I feel like you might be better off.
I like pop over. I'm like in another aisle and my head just pops up and it's like, yes, we're going to be very wet and not in the fun way. And then I just pop down and keep going.
What Taz said, it's going to suck. And I feel like we might be better off I don't really need pants, but I feel like we might all be better off having some type of I know you said no waders, but honestly, waders would probably be best. Or something along those lines.
At least a poncho, because the thing is, with swamp, you get bugs, and you don't want to get bitten up
Taz
either.
is just
Because
cracking
then when
up.
you take off your clothes, you still look bad.
Wait, what about like a sarapa? Like,
Sure, anything like
A
hear
serape would be perfect, but
yes.
yeah.
only if it was skin tight around your body. Like it's not just the rain falling; it's going to be.
Yes, I understand how swamp works, Yusuf. Like,
Right,
You
but
need
I'm
a garment
saying-
bag for your person.
I point at Lissa and then I walk away.
Nadia starts laughing. I like her.
fine. Maybe I can send it to get some tailoring done back in Trost.
Absolutely, I'm sure that would be. I'm sure they could do
Like
that.
with a note, you think I could do that?
Yeah, totally.
Elamon's great. He'll take care of it for you.
I hope so.
I would say just send. Wait, hang on. I walk back over to. Do you have just bolts of oilskin, like maybe treated canvas that you would add to a tent to make it like a rain fly to make it waterproof?
Nadia brightens. Oh, yes, we do.
How much of that do you have?
A lot, actually. We had to put some of it upstairs for the overflow.
Neat.
I pop over from a completely different island. I'm like, we could always go naked. And then I pop down.
That is a horrible idea.
I mean,
Nadia's
I'm not
eyes
gonna
go
be
wide
wearing-
like, that's a horrible idea.
Says the man who's never wearing pants.
He does wear pants.
I have
We established that.
I have shorts.
He wears pants that are just like his bottom, so he's a total Grinch style Pooh Bear.
Oh, right. Oh,
Kind of.
right.
I mean, my hooves can get wet. I really don't. That's fine. But we're getting off track here. Can we get 2 bolts of fabric for that? We can send that back in the bag and then just have them make you a suit out of that.
Or maybe, like, I'm not opposed to the duster, you know?
The duster would work as well.
Okay, fine.
It would
Now
be
you're
good
just
for
arguing
rainy
over
days.
Shape. We're just buying you some fabric.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, Nadia points like, yeah, just feel free. We don't have a storage necessarily. We put everything out here. So we're big enough to have everything just sitting out here.
I walk to the fabric aisle.
Yeah, and there it is. Lots of it, all organized in descending order from height or dimension.
Is
What-
this like the big lots of the fantasy
Yep,
world?
yep.
It's more of a Cabela's, I think.
Yeah.
Or no, Big Five, really?
There you go. Yeah, big 5.
We'll see when we get to the register if it's Cabela's Big Five.
Yeah, no shit, right? What kind of color options are we talking here?
I mean, black is fine.
Is
Yeah.
there any black?
You got the black and the
Perfect.
basic, more brownish. There's not a lot of variety in the color, but yeah.
Okay, so blacks and browns. Fantastic.
So 2 bolts of black. Okay.
So food, yeah? Lanterns and things? I don't know. How does this work?
Well, I mean, I don't think we'll need lanterns, but
Right.
This is why we should have grabbed Scoil, because she'll have a better idea of how much time we're probably going to be out there.
Squirrel won't need a lantern either.
No, I'm saying for buying rations and stuff. She's made the journey before.
do we know where she is?
No, I said we should go check on her.
Well, let's do that.
Okay.
Or do you want to grab her? We'll continue shopping.
Sure. Can you just like make sure that I get some food and like a jacket? I'm not picky.
Okay.
Thank you. I don't wear shoes, so don't worry about my feet. Trust.
Okay.
I'm from the swamp.
Okay.
Nadia raises her eyebrow as you walk by.
I grab another bolt of black.
Okay.
All right. I'm
So
gonna
as
go-
they're shopping about and getting their details sorted out, how are you approaching this, trying to find Squill? Because last we heard, like, she was there overnight waiting to see how you all were doing and then just walked away. She stepped out.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, Wissam knows her because she's in his bar all the time. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
go back to the Cross Scimitars and
Sure.
find my friend Wissam.
Well, actually, hold on. So I'm going to walk over to Fetter and I'm just going to hand him the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
The rest of the blankets. Be like, here.
So how many? Because in total, how many blankets are you looking?
Just the 2
Just the
that I
2?
got. Because
So
I went back and I like exchanged. I handed him one and then I exchanged the other and then I'm handing him
She
the
went
other
from
one.
twin to queen.
Okay.
So you have 2 larger blankets.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to hand you like 15 gold.
Yeah.
Be like, just buy those.
Sure.
I'm gonna go help Lisa. It's okay. Don't be overwhelmed.
I just don't. Yeah, fine. Can we just.
The wilderness is my place.
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay. We just stay on the boat. I like boats.
I put a hand on his shoulder. I'm like, Fetter,
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay.
And then I go after Lisa. Lisa.
Yeah.
I know possibly, or at least I know somebody who might know where she is.
Okay. Come on, let's go find him.
Where are you guys going?
Well, she might be talking to the guy that's gonna take us into the swamp. So we gotta go.
Oh, it'd be good to meet him anyway.
Yeah.
You've met him? Mm-hmm. How's his boat? It doesn't matter. Who am I kidding? I'm not Fetter. Let's go.
Yeah, wait until you see this boat. Yeah, so we need to go to the Shutter Docks.
And that you do. You head towards the Shattered Docks. And Taslinn, you've already seen the view, the boats, and all of that. So the view is familiar. The sounds are familiar. Lisa, you notice a very interesting thing that you've never seen before. You see boats of all kinds moving about without oar and paddle or sail, but affixed with a device that seems to be combusting and causing the boats to move forward. And they're belching out smoke as they do so. It's a very weird and industrial-looking thing, and it kind of takes you by surprise as you walk there. It makes the port seem a little bit dirtier than you might have expected from the clean air you guys were smelling on the way. But it's a very weird sight.
What does it smell like?
Burned rock and gemstone, so more of a sulfurous.
This is gross.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No.
Like I live on an island and...
I quite literally told Squirrel that it looked like the boats were farting and not in a good way.
Yes.
Well, not that you can fart in a good way, but
Sometimes it feels good, though.
it's not good for the earth, though.
It can't be,
Poor
right?
nature.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. It's a dwarven thing.
of course it is.
Yeah, you weave your way through the various ports, looking for Taslinn. You're specifically looking for that ship you saw before that it looked older, looked a little bit more beat up,
Yeah.
and it takes you a while, and eventually you reach it. It's in a different place than you were before, and you see the captain, Joseph. He's chilling on the end. He's cleaning the boat a bit and leaning from dock to boat, reading a book. You see Scoil just eyeing the book lazily, and she doesn't notice you.
Hi. Hey, Joseph. Squirrel.
Oh, she
Hey, buddy.
She jumps and holds the book behind her. Hey guys, how's it going? Are you guys okay? Or I see you're okay, Lisa.
Yeah, feeling a lot better. Nothing whiskey and a nap can't fix.
Right. Yeah.
How are you? That was weird, huh?
Seeing all that shit go down was a bit intense. I will admit that. Are you guys all okay? Is everyone? I don't see anyone else with you. Did you kill them all?
The boys are shopping.
The boys are shopping. Interesting.
I know, it's quite a gender reversal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not that we do that here.
I was gonna say, did they even have gender roles in Edgewater?
Gender what?
Exactly.
You talking about cinnamon rolls?
Do you have some?
No.
Damn.
Pastries do not work very well on a trip like this.
Actually, now that you bring that up, we are doing some shopping, and we do need to know things like rations. How much should we buy?
Oh, yes.
Do we need lanterns? Could lanterns be dangerous because then people could find us and eat us? I don't know.
So for me, I have some lanterns with me for when we set up camp, for the more stationary sort of lighting. But as far as travel and traversal, if you don't want to be just relying on your dark vision the whole time, yeah, you'll need something. You probably don't need much more than a basic lantern. We're going to be in some deeper water, so I would recommend, if they have it, getting something more reinforced. It'll give off dimmer light, but it's the same cost.
Where is Joseph?
He's on the boat. He's cleaning it.
Okay. I'm going to kind of like slink over to him. Should I roll like a little sneak?
Sure.
Let me see.
He's absolutely not aware, so unless you get a 1.
I got an 8.
8. He does not notice you. And he's even partially turned in your direction. He's just muttering to himself, fucking motherfucking thing, and just sweeping the deck. And, oh, what's this shit stain here? God damn it.
I'm going to move kind of behind him, and then I'm going to take my tail and just right over his head. And just with the very tuft tip of my tail, just like tickle the top of his head. And then slowly go down to his nose.
What the fuck? What the fuck is this? Oh, you. Oh. When did you get on my boat?
We've been here. You're really into cleaning, aren't you?
Well, I mean, it's a mess. And this elf here tells me that you guys are going to be on a trip. So, gotta make it look good. This stain is...
our shiny faces.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my.
guess.
What about the stain?
It's bothering me.
What is it? What's it made out of?
I think it's blood.
Why is there blood on your ship?
Well, I mean, every now and then we'll get attacked by something and we have to kill it. It's just a pain.
I bet Fetter can help you once he's on board.
Whoever that is, yes, cool.
When should we take off? Like, what would you recommend? Like, tonight, tomorrow? I'm thinking tomorrow, but...
Yeah. If you're going to travel early morning.
And how many days is it to the Tower of All?
About almost 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah, about 3 days. The first of it is going to be mostly in the boat as we get to the low marshes itself. So the first part's going to be pretty easy. And then I have to drop you guys off because my boat cannot get any further. No one else's really can.
Lisa, this is Joseph. Joseph, this is Lisa.
Oh, yeah, hi.
Nice to meet you, I guess.
Same, I guess.
He's a bright ray of sunshine.
Whatever. So you're also on this trip too, I take it? It's just the two of you? Why do you guys even want to go? The place sucks.
There's going to be 4 of us. And it's not that we want to go. It's that this could be really helpful. There's some stuff going on. The Tower of All might have some answers. We're hoping.
Personal shit?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then it's none of my fucking business.
Exactly.
As long as you guys pay and get the money thing worked out, I don't really care. Skoyle and I got an agreement, an arrangement, and we work well together. Sort of. As well as you can work with an elf. I heard that.
How much blood is still kind of like, is it a stain, like a inset stain, or is there still like some blood that's on it?
It's more like it's not tidy enough, and he's been really aggressively going at it.
Darn it, I was gonna do something to like help, but I can't.
Yeah, it's that type of thing when you're cleaning that you try everything and it's just a spot, a stain, and it's there to blight your existence. But yeah, was that all you guys had? Just figuring out when to go? Is there anything else?
Well, we also came to talk to Squale, but I just...
Well, cool, do that. I'm busy. And he nods and goes back to scrubbing. He's scrubbing it even harder now. Just whoosh, 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 fucking whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And Squale's staring at this thing, amused.
Night, Squale. You said
Yes.
you already had some stuff for camp. I mean, just lanterns.
Yeah, lanterns and some stuff to prepare for... There's a place I have in mind that as long as we can get to there, I've got stuff set up for it, so yeah.
Cool. So if we have a tent, some cots, some lanterns for ourselves.
Yeah, get anything you would need to stay warm. There's not going to be a lot of... Well, you're not going to encounter a lot of buildings with roofs in our travels. Let's just put it that way.
What kind of creatures and stuff might we encounter out there?
That's going to be harder to say, because I've seen all kinds out there. If I had to say, you might come across more lizard folk. You might see more of those, though, on the journey to the low marshes. You tend to get more trolls and other creatures like that once you get into the marshy area. But if we are lucky, we won't have to deal with any of that.
So Yosef won't be able to go with us
No.
all of the way, but you will?
Yeah, I will take you the whole way. The ferry is more of a convenience thing just because over the years, it's been a lot harder to just walk over to there, especially as more water has come into the channel and all that. I if I had to guess, in a few years, his boat will be able to go further. But
Will he be back to pick us up, or does the ferry go regularly?
we'll have him around the area. Just given the nature of the shifting area, the wildlife, the creatures that might be there, he'll be taking it. He'll have a path. He'll have a route that he'll go nearby just to kind of keep track. And we're gonna try to get back to that spot once we come back. So he'll be around, but he won't be able to go further. He'll have enough rations for himself to last however long you need.
How long do we need, Taz?
I guess that is a good question. How long do you guys think you're going to be?
Because if it's 3 or 4 there and 3 or 4 back, who knows what we'll find in the tower?
I mean, if you can even do anything to it. Skoyle doesn't seem too convinced that you're going to do anything but just look at it. Yeah, I mean, you're going to just be there for a while, so I wouldn't imagine the tower itself will take too long.
Well, we can always err on the side of caution and add 2 extra days to each of our ration sides.
It's like 10, 12 days of rations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that might be good. It's really going to be the trip back you're going to find it, like where you guessed right and where you guessed wrong. But you don't want to be at the tower and be like, oh shit, we have nothing to eat.
Well, and there isn't.
Because I'm going to bolt if you guys start eating each other.
Don't worry. We won't do that.
Oh, good.
Well, maybe I won't.
Okay.
I cannot promise other people. However,
Skoyle pulls at her at her arms and sides. There's not much fat there. Like, oh no, I'm pretty stringy. I'm not very good, or I don't taste very well. Just so you know, let's get that out of the way.
Half goat, he'll go first. Don't worry.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Goat is pretty tasty. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's not really Is there anything of wildlife out there, or is it pretty much dead, tainted, decaying?
There is a lot less. There used to be a few more four-legged creatures there that you could hunt and kill, but a lot of this time of year, there isn't too much. Like, once you're at the tower, don't expect to be able to hunt anything to eat. And I wouldn't even recommend it, just given the nature of the place. The water is... There's a rottenness to it. They're almost sludge-like, and I wouldn't recommend consuming anything that comes from it. We're getting into some rough stuff.
I totally have the song Toxic Love from Fern Gully in my head now.
Oh, you've heard of Fern Gully, Squale says. Just kidding. It was okay.
What time do you want to meet tomorrow morning?
When's the earliest? Maybe 6 or 7?
Dawn.
Dawn? That works too.
All right. We'll see you here at dawn.
Yeah, that works.
Cool.
Yeah, so get anything you want out of the way. Oh, and also, price. I don't remember what I mentioned to you guys, but usually my rate is up there in around 100 gold, but considering the shit we went to together, let's just do 75 gold and call it good. That'll cover anything I need to get, any supplies, and boat upkeep, and more solution for Yosef over there. It's not coming out, goddammit! It never will.
We appreciate that. We'll make sure that Yusuf gives you the change tomorrow.
Sure, yeah. The other one, the other guy you have, the goat guy, who we're going to eat first.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. What, you're going to eat people? No, don't worry about it. Just keep cleaning. You're almost there. The spot's almost done.
No.
Oh,
We're not going to eat people. We're just going to eat you.
The scrubbing stops. I don't taste very good.
I mean, it's true. A lot of the beard. Get some hair in there. Ugh. How's the rest of your body? Hairy?
Of course.
I'm giving you an out here.
Yeah, I'm a disgusting thing. Is that what you're looking for?
No, it's
Okay.
not that. I was just asking if you were hairy.
Yeah. I mean,
Aren't
do you want to
dwarves
see?
hairy?
What?
No. Huh?
Good.
Okay. Go back to scrubbing.
Thank you. It's almost done.
It's really not.
I believe you. I'm aware.
Squirrel ass.
What
It's
a
never
mess.
done.
All right. Shall we head back to the Misty Step with the guys?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to stay here, get some stuff done before I leave. Little evening rituals before I go on big trips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have enough. Do you
feel
have
like-
enough information, Lisa?
Yeah. I feel like Fetter needs all the help we can get, though.
That's true.
Better. Oh, yes, the well-suited guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get something for that suit, right?
We're trying to talk.
We
Well,
hope so.
yes.
So
hopefully.
Fetter's standing still in the store holding all the stuff. He's just been like nervously like... And finally he just goes, Yusuf, hold this. And then he goes outside and like saunters up to the dude.
Wait.
Just hold it for just 1 second.
Need the bag. Okay.
And like saunters up to the guy. He's laying down like full man spread, like sleeping on the bench. Like, how's this guy on the bench?
A little bit more tidy, more half-fetal.
Right on. So I'll walk up like next to the bench and just give the bench like a good like doink, just to try to like a swift kick, just to try to jolt him up.
Okay. He doesn't stir immediately.
All right. Is this bullshit though? Can I do an insight check to see?
Absolutely, sure.
I mean, my passive is 19, but oh, and I rolled a 19, so insight is 28.
Yeah, he's out. He's not faking it.
Oh, he's not faking it.
No.
Oh, God damn it. Friend, hello.
He stirs pretty quickly and hops up. Who are you?
Hi, name's Fetter.
I'm Hedon.
Hedon, lovely to make your acquaintance. Now, Hedon, I was having a look around, and you appear to be a man who appreciates, I don't know, fine, rare, interesting wares, perhaps?
He looks over to see where the Asimar had been before, and enough time has passed now that the one of them has left to return to their post and somewhere in the city. The other one has extended their break a little bit, but their eyes are closed. They're paying you guys no mind, and Fetter, as far as you can tell, it looks pretty genuine.
Yeah.
The person is more interested in their break and getting that extra bit of shut-eye before they go back to their post. So they don't really give a shit about you.
May I pitch you something? See if this sparks your interest at all?
Absolutely. In fact, he scoots, gives you room on the chair.
Yeah.
sit down here like a friend, a close one, and let's talk close together.
Yeah. So I sit down and
he puts his arm around your shoulder and leans in as if he's talking to a heart-to-heart to a big buddy.
Sure.
Got the arm around you, not in a threatening way, but more of a, we're close.
Yeah.
Now we're in a circle of conversation.
Yeah. And so what I'm going to do is like almost like sleight of hand out, if I can, the serrated knife, the serrated dagger that I've been holding on to.
Okay.
And just kind of like palm it in such a way that he can take a look at it.
Okay. He startles a little bit. You see him startle as you start to bring...
Easy, fellow.
No worries. It's a reflex.
Yeah.
It keeps me alive.
Understood.
That is a very nice implement you have.
Yeah. What if I were to tell you, and I will like reach into my pocket and pull out the wanted poster.
Sure.
For the mustache guy.
Okay.
And I'll say, this here knife was a murder weapon in a string of salacious, heinous crimes all throughout Trost and the underlying areas.
So it has a bit of a history, a bit of recognition, you might say.
Collector's item.
Very interesting.
With, wanted poster tossed in. Feel like, it could be hung in the home of any sort of enthusiast of interesting, friend of the macabre.
Or even claim, should anyone be interested,
Certainly.
from our little fancy group.
Yeah. So I'm looking for a little traveling money. What do you say?
What do you have in mind for cost? And he brings you in closer. So he's very close. His arm is around you, and he's got his hand there for you, just gesturing as he's talking.
Right.
And you smell his breath from here. It smells like cinnamon.
Sure. Do I know, can I acquaint if that means he's on any sort of particular something or other, the cinnamon?
As far as your basic passive numbers,
right? It's
just whatever he's eaten
recently
is very flavorful and has a nice cinnamony taste to it. So it's more of he probably ate a pastry or something.
Sure.
But it smells pleasant, but that's how close he is too.
Right.
That there is no personal space now.
I don't know. It's burning a hole in my pocket. With the wanted poster, even 100.
Even 100. What's the notoriety of this person per se? You said it was a string of murders.
Yeah.
What was the last thing? Where did he meet his end? What is his story?
He had taken over and murdered a family of sweet, adorable Furbolg innkeeps. Tilda's,
interesting.
You aware of it? Yeah.
I've been to that place a few times.
Yeah, and he met his end.
He got through all of them. Even Tilda herself.
Not with Tilda. Tilda, the last remaining. Let's say a band of brave adventurers uncovered their ruse, identified the heinous criminal, and brought them to justice of a sort.
So essentially the job is already done. This fellow has met his end, and all that's left is just the reward to collect.
The reward's been taken care of, but let's say there are perhaps a number of unidentified crimes that would be tied to this very particular knife. If someone wanted perhaps, I don't know, copycat, business or pleasure, it's just a nice collector's piece.
Yeah, roll a persuasion.
It was very hard for me not to be like, yeah, he does have a nice implement.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
Perfect. He nods. Normally, I'd like to do a little back and forth, a little tete-a-tete, and get this price down, but I like a good story. Let's do this. I'm feeling generous. Let's do that cool 100 gold.
All right, my friend, enjoy it.
Perfect.
And I'll just slide it to him.
And as he takes it from you, he's trying to make it seem like he's being stealthy, but he's definitely doing it for show. He brings you in closer, takes the dagger, but also with his left hand has been able to pull out the money for it. Okay. A nice little satchel of 100 gold.
Fantastic. I'm very excited about this.
It was great doing business with you. And
you as well, my friend. Are there any other enthusiasts of rare collectibles in town?
Well, our organization, the Black Rose, might, yes. Right now, I would imagine we're not going to be buying too much more from you at the moment. That 100 gold is not insignificant. But let's keep in touch, yeah?
Certainly. Now, we all know how this works, Hedon, and I've been around the block. Is that a fancy name for just you, or do you have some mates in town?
The Black Rose is a few of us. Granted, and he leans closer, we're not large, but we are in key places We keep things just a little off order. I'm sure if you've traveled, you've been to Trost.
Certainly. Damn the capitalist pigs, as far as I can tell.
Yes.
Yeah.
They did a very good job in cleaning house. So we're kind of what's left.
But it's so unfortunate when people have unique and interesting wares to sell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I get the sense that in that place there are a lot of very bored individuals who would be very interested in either losing things, finding things, or having things happen at random happenstance.
Well, I'm around. Let me know.
Yeah. I'm generally in this area.
Great.
Although I'm not going to be here, but you have the Misty Step. You'll find me around.
It's been an absolute pleasure doing business with you.
Absolutely. And if you find anything on your journey, I'm assuming if you're coming here, you're going either north or south a distance. If you find anything cool.
A bit of both.
Yeah.
I'll keep it in mind. Thank you, my friend.
I might, if I would, make a request.
Yeah, I'll keep my eyes open.
Yeah, if perchance, and you don't have to tell me what your plans are, I understand. But if you happen to be going to the Shadowlands and you happen to, I don't know, and he says this with an air like, yeah, bloody likely. If you happen to get into that tower, I would be happy to receive any implements from within. Anything you find. There's a lot of rumors about the place. And if you find anything that could maybe put an end to those rumors, that might be something that at least my boss would really love to collect.
Interesting. What have you heard?
I've heard that some of the things inside may have been of modern design.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, it's unfounded because you don't see any of that. And as far as we know, those are just a fairy tale. However, a few rambling crazies have mentioned that they have, or their ancestor did, back in the glory days before the shatter. You know how things like that just get larger than life? And he gestures in front of him, kind of waves, like how things just expand and exponential.
I'm bullshitting, but what do I know of the Modrons?
Not enough to link them to working on things like this tower, but
right.
You know that they're if they exist, there's been a great time of no Modron. Like in your histories, you've read about at some point in time, maybe before the deities got too wrapped up in the early conflicts, something just happened, they disappeared. So anytime someone mentions Modrons or constructs, there's kind of this eye-rolly, like, oh, but okay, you don't know.
But there was like a very distinct clockwork error too.
Yeah?
Okay. Well, my friend, we'll keep an eye open, yeah?
Sure. Again, we like the exotic. So if you get in there...
I mean, who would ever get in there? You know
right.
What I mean?
It's mostly the touristy thing, but...
Certainly.
My God, if you can get in there and get your hands on something...
An absolute pleasure doing business for you, friend. I'm sure we'll see you soon, yeah?
Oh, yes. And I'll keep a lookout. You do keep this get-up that you usually wear, yes?
Come on.
It's fetching, I'll admit. I will look for the suit.
See you soon.
Yeah. And I walk back in, just big smile on my face, and just scoop all the stuff out of Yusuf's hands, and just like walk right over to the counter, and just drop that and start a tab, yeah? I hate not having money. I hate it. It makes him nuts. It makes him feel weird.
So you guys, Taslinn and Lisa.
I'm gonna get that 15 gold back, right?
You're not there.
That's the question is, while he was doing this and time has passed, you're in there just waiting to have anything happen. You guys have already done your talk. Have you guys headed back?
Yeah.
I would say
we had everything.
So essentially between that conversation and you guys returning is about maybe 15 minutes or so. And yeah, you guys walk in to see Fetter a little bit more bouncy than usual, and them at the front with all this stuff.
So when he buys the 3 bolts, it's like, okay.
Right now, no money has changed. You guys have just congregated the stuff to the main.
Yeah, he just handed it over and was like,
in front of Nadia and.
What's up, dudes?
So Fetter, did you figure out your clothes?
I mean, it's a work in progress, but
So these 3 bolts, we should send those to, what are their names?
Elamon and
Elamon.
Elena.
You should send these bolts to your friends and just have them make copies of whatever y'all had done with your clothing, and it'll be oilskin. It'll be...
Yeah, but that's like boring, you know? It's like, you guys have kind of sold me on this poncho thing, but like more of a jacket, maybe. You know?
I'm just getting a cloak and wearing my old stuff.
I'm wearing what I have as well.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they can do a rush job. I don't know. If anything, we're going to be on the boat for a minute, so the suit will be fine until we get,
about that. We're going to be on the boat for 1 day, and then we're going to be in the wilderness for 2 to 3 days while we get to the tower.
Okay.
And then who knows what's going to happen at the tower, and then it's going to take us the same amount of time to get back. So, with that being said, Scoil said about 10 to 12 days of rations, and then she said it's just going to be really gross, and there's not a lot of hunting, and we can't drink the water, and it's all cursed. You know, the usual.
Wow, it's kind of odd. Like, it's been barely over 10 days since this whole thing started, and now we're going to be out on the road for almost the same amount of time. It's interesting.
Who knows what could happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a weird 10 days.
It's true. Hey, let's go to a big, giant, mysterious tower together, huh? That sounds fun.
I mean, to be fair, that's how we met.
It's true.
And who knows how long we were all in there together.
Right, so,
We could have all been great friends. Just like tapping on those prison cell walls.
Sure. Secret messages.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
So, early morning leave, perhaps? Late night? What's best?
Dawn.
Dawn, great. So, well,
And Nadia chimes in. I imagine if you guys are going to take a boat, you're going to have some time to just sit around. So, if you want to live it up before you leave,
interesting.
that's usually what a lot of people do.
How would you suggest we live it up?
Oh, there's tons of things. There's the bathhouses, the bars, things like that.
I was going to say, I thought I remembered hearing something about a bathhouse.
Yeah, everybody's pushing us towards the bathhouses. It's like...
I want to visit that bookshop.
Bookshop.
Oh, yeah, the one about death and politics.
The kissy bits.
The kissy bits. Nadia
Right.
Brighton's. What a fun
Death,
bookstore.
politics, and romance.
Right, well, we're good here. Yeah, do we got rations? Oilskins?
Let's tally this up. What all do you have? Let's get the amounts.
40 gold, 1 copper for me.
And I don't mean what you have, what you're buying. So we've got the 2 blankets.
Yeah.
The 3 bolts of the with
The oilskin.
Yeah, the oilskin, which you're getting. So I'm getting a bullseye lantern because if we need to see color, dark vision isn't going to help with that.
Okay.
I'm getting 60 applications of insect repellent salve,
Okay.
which is 3 gold, and those last for 24 hours. And it's an oil-based thing, so it doesn't rinse off if it rains.
Okay.
Getting us 10 blocks of insect repellent. So those last for 8 hours, so we can have those going at the camp. 20 servings of rations. This is for me. 50 feet of rope. Some saddlebags. A signal whistle. And a 2-person tent. And then how much are the cots?
Let's see. The cot's probably 25 silver.
Okay. 2
If
cots.
you get the tents, I'll get the cots.
Okay.
So you've tallied some stuff already there, Yusuf?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, and then we've got about 12 days rations for the
Everybody
rest
else?
of us.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
12 each.
And then if we could also, I think all of us should have a lantern or at least another lantern for
No,
walking around.
And I've got one.
I'd like to get a second lantern, just a reinforced one
Sure.
for the water.
So what are you sitting at for a total?
Adding the cots, it's going to be 40, basically 41 gold.
41 gold? I'd say maybe add an extra 3 gold for a tax on that.
Okay.
But otherwise,
44 gold.
pretty much basic, no inflation on the prices. They're going for cost.
Can I just ask a question out of character?
Sure.
We're not playing with encumbrance, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, no, don't get too ridiculous with it, but
Sure. I'm also
We
just
cannot
wondering.
carry a boulder.
No,
Right.
no. Okay. So the thing is, though, like when you get the adventurers pack, sorry, this is just me like thinking out loud, but it comes with both a chest and a backpack.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming, like, as adventurers, we're carrying everything on our packs. The
Yeah.
chest is kind of dumb. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if maybe she would take a trade. Is that like something I can do? Is it going to hurt me to not have the stupid chest?
no.
No.
Okay. It just seems really illogical. All right.
And
Sorry. I'm back into character.
yeah, you're thinking of trading the chest in monetarily or trading it in against the cost?
Yeah.
Yeah. I imagine
Is the chest waterproof?
No.
Do you have a chest that's waterproof?
Oh, yeah, we do. Further back.
Do we trade it out for that and just give you the difference?
Sure. And she inspects the chest, sees where the worn points of it are. Yeah, I think this is still sturdy enough to where 5 silver extra as a difference. Okay, would be good.
Oh, great. Thank you.
We get enough.
Did we sort all the rations out? I'm sorry, I'm barely paying attention to any of this.
Yes, Fetter.
Yes, you guys did.
Okay, great. We good on the money? Anyone?
Yeah, the price is acceptable to us. We're not looking to gouge anyone. We understand people like to travel, and by nature of being the biggest, we can set good prices. So,
Cool.
Fantastic.
unless you have anything else, it's been a pleasure working with you all.
Let's take all this bullshit back and perhaps...
It's going to be about 11 gold a piece, right? If we split this all evenly.
Certainly.
Is that fair? Is everyone okay with
Yeah,
that?
I'm fine with that.
I mean, I already gave Fetter 15 before we left.
Oh, okay.
So then I'll cover both of those, right? So
Yeah.
what am I paying?
22.
22? Yeah, done. Wow, he just got gold back and he's already just spending it.
Thanks for coordinating all of that, Yusuf and Fetter.
Sure.
My absolute pleasure.
Well, if he happens... Oh, no, he won't sell the other dagger, huh? The fence won't take the other dagger.
Now you want.
Nah, I was going to be like, Fetter was the one who gave Tas the other dagger.
Yeah.
So you could have been like... been like, hey...
The drowse dagger?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you find yourselves outside of the...
Hup.
Oh,
Nope.
no.
Once we finish the deal and everything...
Mm-hmm.
Is Popo, like, behind the counter with Dania?
He's hanging out with her, yeah, and
Okay.
he's eyeing you guys casually.
So you said hard to get up for our night before we leave.
Yeah, why not?
Are you guys possibly going to be going to the bathhouses?
Unfortunately, no. We got to keep this place open well into the night.
All night?
No, not all night. No. But late. We like to... People travel at odd times. But we are stuck here. We are the proprietors, the employees, and, low overhead.
Darn, too bad. Would love to see you there.
Oh, I understand. You guys seem like a fun bunch. But we are just a boring old couple who own a shop. And he smiles, and it's a beautiful smile. And he steps away. Excuse me. Pleasure. And then he walks away.
I turn to Nadia. He likes to do that a lot, doesn't he?
Walk away?
And smile.
Yes, it's not a problem seeing him leave,
Yep. No, it's not.
She does a low whistle. Yeah.
But I'm sure it's just as nice to watch him walk towards you instead of away.
Oh, yes. This thing we got works,
Taz. Yeah, shall we?
What?
Let's go drop this stuff off and then go to the kissy bits.
Sure, certainly. Let's go.
Moderns on the material plane? The Black Rose regaining its strength? Sorry, but what the actual ever-loving fuck? I mean, at least the shopkeepers in the Misty Step are nice. Well, the guy is nice. Met him once, down south near my homeland, and he had some seriously wicked plants that we ingested, and well... But I digress. It's time to part ways. But never fear. With the right amount of ale, I shall return and regale you with more of these demon days.
Hey, so,
Oop.
Yes, Michael? Get the drug dealers. No, sorry. Look, I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm still here, yeah? The kobolds.
And Taslinn, this new feeling of support
from the aircraft flying very low over our heads.
Airplane.
This air support feels really nice. Wow, today really doesn't want us to do this.
You probably wouldn't have been happy if Fetter didn't knock me out last night, because I would have killed that guy, Tomas.
You don't know that.
Yeah, you don't know he knocked you out.
Oh, I don't, do I?
You think Tomas did it?
Yeah.
Fucking Tomas.
Rewind a little bit.